Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with the July Dreamer, where I share with you my personal finance as well as lifestyle content. I'm so excited to have you here. Today is the first Transfer Tuesday for the month of February 2024. If you're new around this part or are not familiar with what Transfer Tuesday is a money movement started by Mary over at Pennies Not Perfection, with the idea being that we look for money within our budgets and send that towards our financial goals. So that is what today's video is going to be about. Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with the July Dreamer. And I am sick, fighting a cold, and I've just made myself lemon and honey tea, and I'm just boiling some ginger on the stove because I need all the help that I can get. I've got a runny nose, I got headaches, my throat hurts. But we're gonna do this money thing. This is after a Budget with a July Dreamer, so that financial aspect of it has to be done whether I'm sick or not. But if you're new, welcome. I hope you're here to stay or love the content that I'm sharing. If you do, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go into today's video. So I have got a piece of paper here with some notes because I'm sure you've noticed that I'm not really doing the weekly Transfer Tuesdays. I've now moved this to just monthly Transfer Tuesdays. So I did the first Transfer Tuesday in January. I gave you a quick update on that, and then this is again my first Transfer Tuesday for February. I intend to just do one Transfer Tuesday a month, and I'll be at the beginning of each month. So last month I gave you an update in that there was no update to give, so there was no change from December 2023 into January 2025. December 2023, December 2024, and into January 2025. There was really no change there outside of the interest that the accounts I keep my full funds in earned me. But now that we're in February, there's a bit of a change. So in January, my emergency fund was at £800, and then that earned me interest of £2 and 5 pence. So essentially that was 802 and 5 pence. The month of February in the emergency fund, we are at £500 saved and 216 interest that my account just earned me as we've entered February. So I took out £300 in the month of January, and I'll cover that in my January 2025 budget recap. I don't know when I'm gonna film that, but should be coming up one of these Sundays coming. So yeah, I took some money out. Life lived. And the second fund that I have is a sinking fund. So my goal is to save as much money in there as possible to pay for my annual bill. So I'm using the sinking fund to save for my home insurance that I pay annually, my car insurance, which I pay annually, my car MOT, my car tax, and the other bills like subscriptions like Disney Plus, Amazon that I pay for annually as well. So I'm trying to save up as much as I can. So January we were at £100, and that account in January earned me 47 pence. So we're at £100 and 47 pence. This month we're at £100 and 81 pence because for February my account earned me 34 pence. Then moving over to my rainy day fund. So this is my second emergency fund. In this fund, we're currently at £100 and 94 pence. Last month, we were at £100 and £100, and it earned me £1.60. This month, it only earned me 34 pence in the account. So 101 and 94 pence for my rainy day fund. So this is kind of like my second emergency fund. And then the final fund is the vacation fund. So last month I had £100, and it had earned me interest of 19 pence last month. So it was £100 and 19 pence. This month we are at zero because in January I traveled to Morocco, to Agadir in Morocco with my friend for 4 days and 4 nights. I'm in the process of editing the vlog. Hopefully you see it in the next coming Sundays. I'm not sure when, but hopefully you'll see it soon. And then on over the weekend, on the first day of February, I traveled to Milan for the day with a couple of friends of mine, and we had an amazing time. So this fund got emptied completely. So for the month of February, we're going to start again, and hopefully when I do my next transfer Tuesday in March, I'll be able to give you an update then. But for now, it is finito. So these are the funds that I normally cover in these videos, and as of right now, honestly, I still have to close out my January 2025 budget just to make sure all the numbers are correct in both trackers as well as offline. And once I've done that, I also need to input the transactions for February so far and then decide if I have between now and payday, if I have money available to be able to spend. And when I say spend, I mean send towards my savings. So there is that. I've got a coffin fit coming up, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have my coffin fit and I'll come back. Okay, so now I'm going to move over to credit cards. So I mentioned in my video last week Friday, which was my January 2025 debt update video, that I wouldn't cover credit cards in that video because I'll be covering it in today's video. So for majority of 2024, I have had some sort of credit card debt, or yes, it is debt. So I've been carrying a balance on one or more credit cards, and when we entered 2025, I was so fed up. What is interesting is that January 2024 felt and started the same way. And I'm impulsive, spontaneous, but there are also certain things that I take a moment to think over. But the majority of my personality is, once I make a decision, I'm like that. Like, I make it and I action it then. So sometimes that's good, sometimes not so much. But I had to really look at how I was going to handle this credit card debt. I am tired of being in credit card debt, and I think I was going to do like a whole separate video about this, but I've just decided to put it in today's video because, you guys, I am tired of being in credit card debt. Like, it's exhausting. Every single time I pay it off and I go back into it, I start off well, then before I know it, I'm back in it, and it's exhausting. Honestly, I am tired. I'm tired of being constantly credit card, like being broke, because I'm carrying credit card debt. And there are credit cards that, especially like my Halifax credit card, that I try and pay back every single month. But for December, I couldn't pay the whole balance back. And that set me back because that is the card that I do all my spending on. And there are some direct transactions on that account that get taken out. So if I don't pay the full balance, the new transactions in the new month just get added on, which is not ideal. But honestly, I am tired of being in debt. Um, and I made a decision, like, okay, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to repay this? That's what I was just thinking about. How are you going to repay this? And I have my mobile here because I wrote a whole script. And you know what? I feel like I want to do a separate video, but I also just want to include it in here, like I said. But yeah, I think I'll just do a whole separate video on this. But that is credit card debt for you. It's very, just not, don't just check credit card debt, just in debt in general can be very debilitating, I find, and it limits a lot of your choices when you are in debt, because you do have to take care of your debts, otherwise you could default. That affects your credit score. And as much as people tell you your credit scores don't matter, the same people that are telling you that are familiar that there is 90% of the financial institutes we have, I want to say, or rely on the credit score to be able to decide whether they want to lend you money or not. Like, do they feel like you're somebody who deserves to be borrowing this money from them, and are you someone who they know your assets. If you fail to pay back, your assets can do the job. So credit scores are very important, and I'm trying to keep mine up. But it's funny seeing TransUnion, um, Equate, and Experian all showing me different scores, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm sure you're all grading the same way. But alas, they all give us this different ratings. So with Experian, I'm not so good. With TransUnion, I could improve, and with Equate, I'm brilliant. So you know exactly which one I'm going for. I'm choosing to be brilliant. But yeah, so it was weighing me down a lot, and like I was saying, it felt like 2024 January all over again. And I was just like, you know what, let me just do what I did last year. It worked. It was not the best solution, but it was the best solution in the moment. I think uh it's it's just life, to be honest. There's nothing much I could say. But anyway, in terms of credit cards, for those of you who are new, I have 6 credit cards, all of them for a purpose. Either I get points for them that I can use for flights, or they give me cash back, and all of that good jazz. So every single one of my credit card has a purpose. Do you need 6 cards? Not really. If I was to narrow it down, probably 3 would do me just fine. But yeah, so with the credit cards, so the American Express that I use for Avios points, that one I had a balance on it, so I paid this off completely in January. So right now it is at 0, and I intend to keep it that way. So I have removed it from all of my Apple devices, and I've also removed it from my purse. I've done this before, but in the past I kind of just froze them. Like I put them in a plastic bag, tied it up, and then put it in a bowl, poured water in the bowl, and I put them in the freezer, and I completely forgot about them. So yeah, so I've paid off the American Express. The second card is the Barclay card. The Barclay card, I want to say, is paid off as well, but for Milan I put all the expenses on there because with the Barclays it's a rewards card, but also I get 0 forex fees when I am abroad. So because of that benefit, so I'm earning for spending abroad and also paying 0 fees when I'm abroad. So for me it's a winner. And right now, at the time of filming this video, I have spent about £250, which I intend to pay back in the next few days as soon as the balance on here clears. And I paid for a friend, so as soon as she sends me the monies for that, I'll clear the balance. I don't want to carry a balance for this, and I'll keep you updated in my March update. But yeah, so this one was paid off, but then like I said, on the 1st of February I went to Milan, so I put the expenses on that card. The third card is my Halifax card. This is also paid off, but has currently a balance of just £20 because my Netflix just went through, and today I just did a quick shop at the co-op. I just needed some lemon, ginger, and I bought myself some flowers because I felt like it. And so that's why I've got £20, but I'm gonna pay this off as soon as it clears because again, we're not carrying a balance. My third credit card is a Lloyd's credit card. This one is completely paid off, and there's no balance on this one. I have Monzo Flex. This is also paid off already, and there's no balance. The only credit card that I'm currently carrying a balance on is my Nationwide credit card. This is the one with the largest credit card. The balance on this one is 3,700. It is 0% interest at the moment until November 2025. So between now and then, I intend to pay this credit card off. It is my new focus for the rest of 2025, so we can pay this off. And then once I've paid it off, I'll reduce the limits, because right now my limit for this one is 4,000. I would like to reduce this limit to maybe 2,000 or 1,000. All my other credit cards are either a limit of 1,000 or £500. So I'm just gonna bring this down as well, so I don't have too much available to me, because the temptation to spend is quite high in my world. So maybe for this one, it's also a rewards card. So maybe for this one, I might leave a 2,000, because unless I'm buying business tickets or I'm buying first class tickets, which I rarely do, my flights don't often cost me that much. They might cost me 1,200 max, but no more than that. So yeah, so that is the credit card. So apart from my nationwide credit card, which has a balance of 3,700, I've paid off all my other credit cards, which I'm happy about. And then the spending that I've just done in the last couple of days, I intend to pay this off in the next few days as well, so we're not carrying a balance moving forward. So yeah, that is the update for my Transfer Tuesday video. Like I said, I'm not planning on doing these weekly anymore. I'm doing the action of looking through my budget, sending money and making money moves every single week, but just offline. And yeah, that's what I'm doing offline, but not online. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I want to add to this video, but that is a video. I'm gonna go have my next coffin fit and also finish my lemon and honey tea, and then also rest because I'm so tired, you guys. Like, I am so tired. But yeah, pray for me, yo. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video real soon.